City, welcome back to the channel. It's a girl Vermo and I'm back with another reaction video. Guys, today I'm super excited. I'm going to be reacting to Miss T. Miss T definitely wants to give us some tea. So this is Usher shades Beyonce for stealing its shine at Super Bowl. Whoa, Usher and Beyonce, what is going on right now? Before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you are new here, hello, I'm Vera. I do reaction videos. We react to different artists on here, react to different songs from all over the world. If it is something that you love, why not join Vera City? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And with that, guys, let's get started.
I really felt like we were friends. She made us enemies in a way
Wow.
that I couldn't.
Y'all, the 2024 Super Bowl snatched all of our edges, but listen, it's about to be a whole lot of tension between Beyonce and Usher, because word on the streets is that Usher feels a type of way about Beyonce announcing her new album during Super Bowl, because he feels like she tried to steal his shine. While Usher's performance at the Super Bowl was amazing, and he even broke the record for the most watched show, he was still outshined by Beyonce's announcement of her new album. And Usher has been throwing some massive shade at Beyonce because he feels like she could have let him have his moment without inserting herself into his big moment. So is this why Usher leaked the news of his wedding to get the attention back on him instead of Beyonce?
I just want to apologize to Usher because it was supposed to be your night, but Beyonce came and said,
Wow.
So it's looking like Usher, Mr. Still Your Girl, feels a type of way about Beyonce and announcing her new album at the Super Bowl. And he feels like she tried to steal the attention from him on a night that should have been all about Usher. I mean, folks were even calling the Super Bowl the Usher Bowl. But he first announced that he was the headliner for this year's Super Bowl in November last year. And there were high expectations that he would eat the performance up because, well, this is Usher, baby. And y'all know that Usher is always eating his performances. Y'all, he was eating up his performances night after night on his Usher concert and residency in Vegas, so much so he even ruined Keke Palmer's relationship. But anyways, fans were looking forward to his performance, especially because it was coming so soon after his successful Vegas residency that lasted almost 2 years. It was always almost completely sold out. And from his performance at the show, let's just say that he had more than deserved the hype that he got, because he ate and left no crumbs for sure. There were a few snags here and there, like Alicia Keys' opening notes, but I'm not gonna get into that all the way right now. But while Usher's performance was great and even broke records for the most watched Super Bowl halftime of all time, it somehow wasn't the most talked about event that night because it was completely overshadowed by a couple of events that were trending on social media and put Usher's performance in third place. Now, on one hand, there was Kanye West and the fact that he had spent $7 million for a 30-second Yeezy commercial, which he didn't even have the budget to shoot because he had spent the entire budget to secure the time slot. So what he did was make a 30-second video talking about his product and telling people to shop the website.
Hey y'all, this Ye, and it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen, and I got some shoes, and that's it.
But it worked because the advertisement converted into sales, and Yeezy moved more than 200,000 products in the first 24 hours after the Super Bowl. They pulled in about $25 million in total sales. Now, while Kanye's weird marketing strategies distracted from Usher's performance, what really stole the show was Beyonce's advertisement with Verizon. The advertisement lasted only a minute, but rumor has it that she was paid about $30 million for the ad, which is an insane amount of money for a 1-minute ad. But hey, this is Beyonce we're talking about, so you know they had to come with that coin.
Broke the internet again.
Wow, it's coming in really fast.
Yeah, it's Verizon 5G. The network is crazy powerful. I bet you can't break that.
I bet I can.
Wait, what?
Beyonce breaks the internet, but can she break Verizon?
Broken?
Not even close.
Time for a surprise drop. Did I break it?
You broke me.
Oh, no.
Introducing Beyonce,
What the?
seriously? How about Barbie?
No.
I'm running for Beyonce of the United States. Can you hear me now?
No, Berkey.
How about the first woman to launch the first rocket for the first performance in space?
Wow.
I know, Verizon didn't break.
You ain't gonna break me.
Still works.
Okay, they ready. Drop the new music.
While the entire ad was well done, they really got people talking when she said, "Drop the music," which fans took to mean that she was dropping new music. So we ran to Tidal, into Apple, into all them places. But what was interesting was a few days before this, fans started to speculate that a new album was on the way. At the Grammys, she was dressed very country style, and people guessed that the new album was going to be a country one. This guess turned out to be very accurate because she announced a new album, Renaissance Act 2, which is dropping on March 29th. But on the day of the Super Bowl, she also dropped 2 new songs, Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, and they were surprise drops that people only found out about because of a Verizon ad. And it had people talking about Beyonce and her upcoming album. Well, surprise, surprise! Beyonce and her album announcement completely overshadowed Usher's performance at the Super Bowl, and her album was the only thing people could talk about. Y'all, the streets was saying that this was an equivalent of Beyonce trying to propose at Usher's wedding, because y'all, she took all that shine. So even though Usher broke history as the most watched Super Bowl performance in history, he still wasn't the most talked about event of the night. Y'all, Beyonce even ate the Super Bowl itself up because more people were talking about her than the fact that Taylor Swift's boyfriend and his team won. Now people are starting to speculate that Beyonce has been doing a very smart but very low-key rollout of this album right under our noses, and we couldn't even see it at the time because it was so subtle that it all happened naturally. So y'all remember Jay-Z's speech at the Grammys when he was accepting the Global Icon Award, right? Well, he brought their daughter Blue Ivy on stage while he accepted the award, and then he proceeded to rip the Grammys a new one for consistently robbing Beyonce of an Album of the Year award year after year.
You know, it's music and it's opinion based, but you know, some things, you know, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year.
Wow.
So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
Now at the time, people found it weird that he was dragging the Grammys for not awarding Beyonce for her albums, but she wasn't even nominated for this year. She didn't drop new music last year and had 0 nominations. In fact, the only reason she was at the event in the first place was that she wanted to show support for her hubby while he won the award. Plus, she was teasing her country album, but at the time, we really didn't know that. While it was cute of Jay-Z to stand up for his wife, fans couldn't help but wonder why he chose that particular time to speak on it because, again, she wasn't nominated. People thought it probably had something to do with him feeling salty over the fact that Taylor Swift won Album of the Year a record 4 times. But as it turns out, this was all part of the album rollout. You see, by bringing up the fact that Beyonce had lost out on the Album of the Year 4 times, Jay-Z successfully got the internet talking about Beyonce and how good her album was, and the fact that she had never won Album of the Year, and how unfair it all was. This naturally generated a lot of buzz surrounding Beyonce and her album, and it was a trending topic on social media for days. Again, this all happened so naturally, especially since Jay-Z had previously defended Beyonce after she lost out last year. He had made some solid points about why Beyonce deserved to win Album of the Year, saying, "Look what it's done to the culture. Look how the energy of the world moved. They play her whole album in the club. Everything is amazing. Everyone's inspired. It has inspired the world. It's inspiring creativity. When it just inspires creativity, that's an album. There has to be Album of the Year. It has to be." He then slammed the Grammys for being biased towards Beyonce, saying, "The truth is, we grew up wanting to be on the Grammys. It was our goal. We just want them to get it right. That's what we want. Obviously, it's music and it's all subjective, but you gotta be in the ballpark. That's all we want. We just want them to get it right because we love it so much. We grew up watching Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder won 3 out of 4 years in a row." Now, I'm not saying that he wasn't hurting by her losing out, because he was. was. But in true Jay-Z fashion, he also turned that loss and pain into something beautiful. And they're capitalizing on his history of defending Beyonce against the Grammys to roll out her new album. And I'm not gonna lie, they did it seamlessly. Every part of it was planned out, from the cowboy outfit to Jay-Z having Blue Ivy on the stage while dragging the Grammys. It was all carefully and meticulously planned out. I mean, obviously. They arrived late to the Grammys, and once Jay-Z said what he needed to say, they all got up and left the Grammys immediately.
The Carter family left right after Jay-Z's speech. They didn't stay till the end.
I would get Afro beats all the time for my mom every time I came home past my girlfriend. So it wasn't again.
I mean, to think about it, Beyonce rarely attends award shows if she's not nominated, but she attended this one only to make the whole world think about her, and then dipped. Yeah, the mad is kind of mad thing. The announcement at the Super Bowl was just the cherry on top, and again, this is a brilliant masterclass of a rollout because it has been going on for a hot minute, and people didn't even realize what was going on. Plus, it kind of adds up on what we know about Beyonce. She hasn't been the type to go all out for her album promotion because she is the Beyonce, and she's still topping charts with her surprise drops, so she doesn't really need it. I mean, she literally announced Renaissance Act 1 by changing her bio on Instagram, and she still topped the charts and had a sold-out tour. Now, fans have been gagged about her new drop, especially since the first two singles are just so good, and it looks like she's about to eat again with her new drop. But while everybody had to gag on the drop, not everybody felt the same way, because allegedly Usher feels a type of way about Beyonce stealing his shine. According to an insider, while Usher is a big fan of Beyonce, he thinks that there is no need for her to go out of her way to steal his shine. He feels like the ad was about Verizon and she had no business turning the ad into an album announcement. He believes that Beyonce didn't have to do all that since she could have gotten the same gagged response from fans just by changing her bio like she did with Renaissance Act 1, or even a simple Instagram post. The insider then claimed that Usher announcing his wedding to his longtime girlfriend was just his way of trying to get the attention back on himself, but unfortunately it kinda failed because the news was still obsessed with Beyonce and her upcoming album. Well, fans have been having some differing opinions about this, and they've left comments saying, "Stole Usher's moment, leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but people will excuse it for her per usual because no one wants to hold Beyonce accountable." Beyonce really stole Usher's moment. How is she doing self-promotion of her new album as she knows Usher has just done an amazing performance at the Super Bowl and was meant to be the talking point for the next few days? She knows any new news will break the internet, and I really want the Beyonce stole Usher's moment chatter to stop. She didn't steal anything. He had his spotlight and bodied it. Then she had hers. We can bask in both moments. Doesn't have to be one or the other unless you don't have the mental capacity to celebrate both. But what do y'all think about this? Do you think Beyonce stole the moment, or is Usher overreacting? Drop your thoughts in comments below and then check out this next video.
Whoa, okay. Whoa, that was a lot. Beyonce versus Usher. Who are you rooting for? Okay, so Usher said Beyonce stole his moment. What do you guys think? I don't think Beyonce actually stole his moment, because Usher's Super Bowl performance is something that people are still going to be talking about for a very long time. Like, I mean, even till now, everybody has their own spotlights. So I don't really think that Beyonce stole his shine or whatever. I mean, Usher's performance was outstanding if you've seen the video. And I don't even think Usher said this at all. I might be wrong. What do you guys think about the video? Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your side. I'd love to hear your opinions on this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up, and if you're new here, join the gang, join Veracity. Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.